Hello there everyone and welcome back to Empire Total War with the Imperial Destroyer mod. Last time around we took Paris, I believe. That was the video that we did. Since then there's been a lot of problems and I'll try to explain it as brief as possible. So I've been trying to do two things. I've been trying to turn us over into a monarchy, which failed unfortunately because of a kind of, I guess, a stupid bug. Which we'll go into, and then also the problem with the Ottoman turn taking too long. Let's start with what went wrong with the revolution. So actually what I did was I tested it out to see if I could get it to work, and I got it to work, and I was able to turn it over into constitutional monarchy. Then I thought, you know what, I'd probably want to show this on camera. However, now when I think about it, that might not be a good idea. But at the time, I thought, you know what, I'll probably try to do it so I can get it on camera. So I'll do a save when it happens and so on, and we can watch the little trailer that comes on and so on. Somehow, me saving there caused the problem. I think that's what caused the problem. Because what happened is that I couldn't choose which side. I couldn't actually click on anything. And I saved again. And then I went out, and when I loaded it back in, it went as though that I had sided with the government against the monarchist rebels. Here's the monarchist rebels. Not entirely sure why they have Jacobite Scots in them, since I bet the Dutch would have been on the side of the English government, I believe, against the Jacobites. So maybe they weren't, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there is a story of why Jacobite Scots would turn up here. So that kind of causes the problem. What I'm going to do is, because it's so anticlimactic, kind of, to change government, because what you usually do is you empty your capital before, so that the revolutionary army that you want to succeed can just walk in and take it. And that is what I'm going to try and achieve. So hopefully by the next video the red in the Dutch flag would have turned to orange, and we will have a king and hopefully a more stable government that doesn't throw itself into turmoil ever so often because of that throws all my plans out of the window because of elections. Pesky democracy. With that, we kind of got that explained. Now, the bigger issue, actually, which has caused quite a bit of trouble for me, was the Ottoman problem. So, the Ottoman problem is something, it can happen in vanilla as well, but it's more, I think I mentioned Darth mod last time. The reason why you often see it in Darth mod is because of the increased money and stuff like that. So, what the problem is the Ottomans are able to gather a lot of money, gather a lot of troops, but there's a choke point in the map, and we're looking at it right here, Istanbul. You can't actually march around Istanbul. So that creates a choke point where you have to move into the city and then move out to get on the other side. Now this causes a large amount of problem for the Ottoman AI, and what ends up happening is that this, for one reason or other, causes the Ottomans to split up all their full stacks in the area right here into single soldier units, spread out all over the place, and then they play musical chairs. So that's why the turn takes literally forever. I think the longest I waited for one turn until I decided, you know what, we're going to try and fix this, was about, I think, half an hour. So I had to fix it somehow. The easiest fix is just to send a navy and then block the access point here, so they can't actually cross. And this has fixed the end turn, but we need a more permanent solution, and the more permanent solution is to completely eradicate all Ottoman holdings in Europe. So we're not just going to take Istanbul, but we're going to take Sofia, we're going to take Sarajevo, we're going to take Athens. I'm not going to hold on to them. Hopefully I'm going to get them to either be turned over to allies, like the Austrians, or turned into separate states, like the Greeks. Hopefully they'll turn into a state, and then we can trade with them. which was my main thing that I was going to be, the Dutch trader. That hasn't really worked out so far. With all of that said, hopefully it makes sense, and you guys are on page. So, oh yeah, one thing more, which actually ties into why this became so much of a problem. One of the solutions I tried to stop the Ottoman problem, which I found online, was that you can go in, you can edit the save, and you can reduce the Ottomans' cash or their treasury to 0. And if you do that enough, they'll start to having to delete the troops, and that saves it. The reason why I did it that way and not send a navy was because I had waited too long when the Ottomans' turn started to become too long. I waited too long, so if you imagine taking a fleet from here, sailing it around, when a turn takes about like 15 minutes, then you can imagine how many turns and how long time I would have to sit and go through here to get here and block it. And even then, what if I get to this point and it taken 2 hours or so? What if there's a huge Ottoman navy that stops me? All of it in vain. So that's why I tried it that way, and that, in fact, broke it, that together with the mod files. And that leads into another thing, because people have been asking for me to share the files to increase from 2 cannons to 4 cannons. Or, I think in the video I did with the Battle of Paris, I think I had 6 cannons per unit. Now it's actually been reduced to 4. And the sound and so on. The problem is with those files is that those files are currently so tailor-made to my version that I would probably have to do like an entirely different installation video, and they're so tailor-made right now to my version that I couldn't just hand them out. There would be, it's too complicated really. For me to hand them out. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm pretty sure there are files you can find out there if you go look on the different forums and stuff. I'm pretty sure I found some. The problem is they might not be compatible with the VDM mod. So there's a lot of compatibility issues, and that's also why I don't want to share my files, because I don't want to share this file like, oh, here you go, you can get 4 cannons, and then it kills your game. And you, unlike me, don't have a friend that is really good at modding that can sit like an hour trying to figure out how to save your campaign, which was roughly what happened. So very much appreciated to the guy for helping me out, but I don't want to put you guys through that kind of thing to kill your campaigns. Unfortunately for you guys, you're just gonna have to recruit more cannons. Sorry, or figure it out some other way. But unfortunately, I can't help you. If I could, I would. But unfortunately, with all of that, hopefully all of it made sense in some way. Now we're want to battle, so we're gonna get one by creating a permanent solution to the Ottoman problem. Hopefully no other nation, as far as I'm aware, this is the one problem. This is like the one problem. I won't hopefully run into any more problems like this. But yeah, let's go ahead and crush the Ottomans, hopefully. As far as I can see, a lot of the units are worse off in accuracy, or at least these garrison janissaries. But they do have the elite guards, which have 45 accuracy compared with the average of mine is 40. But it's gonna be interesting. We're fighting a completely new enemy. With that said, let's launch ourselves into battle. Basically, I'm going to use the same strategy that I used against Paris. We're gonna set up the cannons in the corners here, shoot out these 2 corners, and then we're gonna storm in, hopefully. Now there's 1,000 men reinforcement, and there are about 5,000 troops inside. So there's not as many. It's not gonna be as heavy fight as it was for the French capital, but it's still gonna be quite a heavy fight. And obviously, because of the stability problems I've created for myself, trying to cause this revolution, there's gonna be money problems. So the army might starve after this. Hopefully though, we'll be able to switch to king really soon. With that said, I'm going to kick it off. It's going to take a while for us to break down the walls. So I'll cut into that, or when I cut into the enemy. So about now, we have reached 95% damage on the wall. One thing that I didn't actually notice first is that this isn't actually built the same way the European forts are, of course, where this entire section will actually go belly up, as it were, and you wouldn't have to break either side individually. As the enemy has now moved away from the wall, I'm gonna try and move forward and try and entice them to come back up upon it, so I can break the wall down with them on top of it. I've split the army into two sections of equal size and of equal numbers, in fact, where each side has 1 unit of cavalry, 1 unit of grenadier, 1 unit of the Lille Walloon unit, then 3 units of Dutch line infantry, and they're being led by one of the Waldeck infantry units. Currently we're at 99%. Doesn't look as though I'm gonna be able to entice the enemy to stand on the wall. Not that that matters too much, because I probably shot down a few hundred enemies that stood on top of those walls. We can see all of these. There was one unit that had lost 300 men, in fact. Yeah, this unit right here. Just by the shots that grazed on top of the wall as we were firing. Just by that fire, we were able to get so many kills. Let's not make sure that the entire column starts shooting each other. Grenadiers should have guard mode. So has everyone else. Very nice. Right. Now we are starting to fire, but I do think we can fire more. I'm going to deploy 2 Dutch line infantries onto either side. It's kind of a cool area here because there's a lot of impossible terrain. I can't actually fit 2 Dutch line infantries. This one's gonna have to go on the hill. And then make sure that these 2 are on fire at will. Hold your fire while these advance. Actually, I will advance with them. And actually get a better firing position. Waldeck infantry to the front. Dutch line infantry, and then you up on the wall. Not on the wall, but up on the... Probably quite a lot easier to hit the enemy from up there. I've put these at fire at will, so you should hopefully be firing into this. Putting down quite a bit of fire here. Got my elite Waldeck infantry with 50 accuracy. Should do quick work of these Ottomans. And they come cannon shot, bouncing through. The rest of the Ottoman army is not really reacting to this. This inferno that is taking place in the corner where we've completely opened up the fort. I wish we would see more casualties though among the Ottomans. I am not pleased with the amount of casualties I'm seeing right now. I really like the Ottoman uniform. with the Janissary hat and all. We're pushing down a lot on fire into these guys. But we need to push even more fire into it. Soon enough this one will be broken, and these units also... Oh, they're deploying here actually on the wall. This unit actually is able to reach and fire at them. No fire is returned though from these guys. The thing that I'm a little bit worried about as we're gonna go inside is strong charges from the Ottoman cavalry. If there's something the Ottomans have, it's strong cavalry units. That plus, of course, they've got plenty of guard units inside the fort. I think we're gonna order yet again an advance. The 3 remaining units that we haven't pushed in should be set up as reserved. Reserve units. I'll put it like this. So the Walloon up here. Extra Dutch line infantry over here. Grenadiers here. Closer to the breach. Currently they're all firing towards this one guard unit. You know what? I will send in a cavalry to just clear this out and hopefully kind of get things going in there. I want cannon fire going into that area. Now it started lagging. I'm not entirely sure if that's due to me targeting the house. I think it's the Ottomans doing some stupid things in the walls. As soon as this unit routes. Hold your fire. I'm gonna send in the cavalry. They're just gonna upset a little bit here, and yeah, I think it's the units here that are causing a problem. They're on the other side of the gate. Or something that is causing this kind of lag. Alternatively, could be units inside a house somewhere or something. We've got units inside reacting now. I don't think... Yeah, it's time to redraw the cavalry. They've done their part. Has it smoothed out? Yeah, it seems a lot smoother now. The cavalry is withdrawing. And the Ottomans are responding by sending their sword infantry to go through. Hold fire as this unit passes by behind you. You should move forward. This unit will fire. Oh, here they come. Fire at will. Artillery, fire at will. So they're sending out the sword infantry. Damn. Tons of Ottomans dying as they advance here. Oh, they're not gonna hit the Waldeck infantry, so they'll be able to hopefully get volleys off into this. Continue to fire into this. Oh, they're sending... Damn, they're sending out tons of men. We need to put more muskets onto that. Yes, get those shots in there. The unit's holding for now. Where do I have my grenadiers? We have one grenadier regiment over here. We've got another one over here, ready to be sent in case trouble erupts. What I'm actually gonna do here is we've got 2 units in reserve. You will pull back to the side and you will pull back to the side, which should open up for these 2 to fire straight into the Ottomans now. Expecting mass casualty among them. Oh, what we have here, a smaller unit of Ottomans approaching. Turn to face them. We've created a death trap for them as they've marched out here. Still though, we are losing quite a bit of manpower as the melee continues. Lots of Ottoman units have been defeated though. The Ottomans have abandoned the wall here, but they've taken up position at the gate. Move there, open fire, and you will actually move to capture this side of the wall. And then you will move forward, take position there. Grenadiers close in. Smaller unit will turn on these. I think they're kind of hidden behind the hill, so my Grenadiers can't actually hit them that well. Now they're holding the opening right here. Pushing tons of fire on these. Or not as much as I would want though. Not everyone's really firing here. Units are probably racking up tons of experience through this. Yeah, tons of troops retreating. What do we have left? We still have some of them. Ooh, is that... That sounds like archers. Where do they have archers? That definitely sounded like archers were firing. Where are the Armenian archers? I believe the unit is called. Definitely sounds like archers. But I can't see any. Is it the cavalry? Are these? These have bows. Right, claim the wall here. Is the cavalry gonna try and move out? There's so much chaos. We need to try and break through here so I can actually get in and capture this place. It's not as close of a fight as the Battle of Paris. We're definitely doing a lot better here. We'll probably learn some stuff from that fight. If nothing else, just the experience of fighting that fight have made my men better at killing enemies. Ooh, now they're coming out in force. Keep up the fire. We'll break them soon enough. We've got Mamluk cavalry. We'll concentrate all our cavalry to counter-charge. Because I think that is the only unit we have to worry about right now. Given that no one's on the wall. Once this unit's fully here, yep, now the entire wall is ours. Let's see, where did the Ottomans go? Where I mean the Mamluk cavalry. Where? There. Let's see if we can't hit them. We were able to send those guys away. Let's get both cavalry units ready to attack. With that, these two should be able to get through this. And the Grenadiers should be able to get through this gate. And then these 2 units should be able to get through this gate. The opening is here, so the Grenadiers will march through. And the 2 cavalry units will attack the heavy cavalry of the Ottomans, if nothing else to hold them, while my infantry make an entrance. Two units like that. Grenadiers coming through. Grenadiers charging in. We've got another unit of Grenadiers coming in through here. And then we can take the 2 units of Waldeck infantry to follow up the Grenadier charge that's coming in here. I was hoping at least one of the units here would be able to organize itself to start opening fire on the enemy. You should come down from the wall. Cavalry should continue their fight. I've lost a lot more men than the Ottomans have. Their cavalry is superior, but I have the numbers on my side. Although I've lost about 100 men compared to their 50, so it's not going super great, is it? I'll see if I can sneak this one through and get it into the house. Then if I can get you along the line here, get inside the house, start peppering the enemy from over there, and you should move toward the center flag. So we've got Grenadiers fighting the Janissaries over here. Now we're taking control of the house. We've got elites fighting the Grenadiers that went through there. Now the Valdeks are opening up fire, just causing the Grenadiers to charge. I've taken control of the house and we'll start to see troops firing out of here. And I bet that we're gonna see the Ottomans lose control. Bloody 18-pounder cannon, which I've completely missed. You're not supposed to be that close. The thing is, let's pull these Grenadiers back. And that will allow this unit to open fire straight at the troops here. Get on with it. And then if I pull you back, there we go. Ooh, they fired back though. Destroying my Grenadiers. Hurry, into the building. Take cover. Let's see if I can pull these guys back. And in so doing, getting this unit to open better fire on the enemy. And we're pulling these guys away as well. Let's see, how's it going against the cavalry? We're down to 160 total against 50 of the enemy. So we are winning, but slowly. You know what? A counter charge here. These guys have lost a lot of men against that guard unit. It's kind of hard to pull them away. We need more units to come in through the fort. Ooh, we're losing quite a bit of men here. Due to canister, I believe. Let's charge in. This unit's pulling away. This one can move to over here and fire from there. You'll take out the cannon. And then there's still quite the mess in this area. Sending in extra troops though. That aren't tired. And that might just turn the tide. And then if this unit could open fire, that would be great. But quite a few soldiers are stuck on this side. Slowly the timer is ticking down now as this unit is stationed on the flag. Takes forever to take out this bloody artillery crew. I pull back and shoot them down then. I forgot to tell the grenadiers in this house to open fire. I think we've just won. The Ottomans have given up. They're retreating along all fronts. And we have victory. Constantinople has fallen to the Dutch invaders. Try to explain that alternate history where the Dutch take Constantinople from the Ottomans. And here's the result of that battle. Certainly not as bloody as the Battle of Paris, but still rather bloody. The Ottomans losing all their troops, or well, 55 surviving out of 6,700. Out of my 5,200 deployed, I lose about 1,800. 1,890, so more like 1,900. Still leaving 3,300 men. When it comes down to it, it's the Waldeck infantry that kill the most. They were up at the front and they have a very good accuracy, so no surprise there. Followed by Dutch line infantry, then we've got grenadiers, cannons, killing quite a few as well. About 250 each. Most men lost go to a Dutch line infantry unit that lost 279, but they also killed 412. So pretty good overall, and the fact that we took Istanbul is pretty darn impressive and should create a permanent solution to our Ottoman problem. Or at least maybe not entirely permanently, but very much so. I don't think genocide is a good idea. However, looting might be a good idea. We get 10,000 from that. I definitely need the money, but at the same time, very bad public order due to this. It might be just better to occupy it, since we intend not to have the Ottomans holding on to it. We'd want to hold on to this, so we're going to occupy it as much as I wanted to loot it. There's still... there's quite a lot of Ottoman armies. Okay, so I might have taken... This is what I'm talking about. Oh, look at all of these. All of these smaller troops. Now, this is nothing compared to what's actually down here. But, yeah, we've got... I thought there might not be that many troops in this area. This is going to cause a massive upset with them Ottomans draining troops from... It's going to help Serbia quite a lot, because it's going to definitely take the attention away from Serbia. And it could also mean that the Austrians could advance at least on to Bosnia and take that. I want to crush as much as possible of the Ottomans. Taking Ankara and Anatolia, because it's such a huge region, would also kind of be good just to cause upset within the Ottoman Empire. It's good though that I cannot see major fleet anywhere. So that's good. Still though, they have quite a bit of good European style ships. With all of this said though, I think that going forward, hopefully we'll be changing to a monarchy, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out this Ottoman problem to get like a permanent solution where I don't have to keep a standing army here just to stop this game bug, and we can go back to actually facing our real enemies. So yeah, one of the things that I did actually to get down to the Ottoman areas was I was able to sue for peace with Spain. So we're no longer at war with Spain. We're still at war with France, though. So France is still our enemy, and it looks like France is about to take back their capital, which isn't that bad because it's very unhappy, even with, say, resistance to occupation and stuff like that, and religious unrest and all of that gone. They're still probably gonna face revolution as they're kind of doing here. Bankruptcy, most likely, is gonna continue for quite a while, or it's gonna cause quite a bit of problem for them. So, yeah. But with that said, this has gone on long enough. I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.